back to Movie Reviews. Today I'm looking at Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Yes, this film, of course, this film. A brilliant film of 1994. It is absolutely successful. It won many awards. It's basically one of those essential 90s films that everyone seems to remember. Everyone seems to quote, remembers the characters, the action, the soundtrack. You know, it is very interesting, nicely shot. Tarantino's direction is always spot on. It is with the films that he's doing. With the upcoming two last films that he's going to do, he always has an interesting vision, and with certain films, always, which always makes it very essential to him. What makes him one of the best American directors out there. So with Pulp Fiction, of course, it is like I said with Snatch. It is like interlinking stories to do with one certain thing, I think. In case for this film, it's stories to do with the LA underworld, and characters do interlink or pass another character from a different story into each other. That's how it is, like with John Travolta and Bruce Willis, of course, and Tim Roth with John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. Basically like scenes with a coffee shop, and when Butch is actually meeting Vega in the bar, and then later when Vega tries to assassinate him in his own apartment. Of course, obviously with the cast you have John Travolta, you've got Samuel L. Jackson, actually at his best. A very good performance of Samuel L. Jackson, same with John Travolta. You've got Bruce Willis, Irma Thurman, Ving Rhames, Amanda Plummer, Tim Roth, Bruce Willis, Christopher Walken. Quentin Tarantino, of course, always stars in his films. It does occasionally appear in his own films, which is good. Harvey Keitel's in it. You've also got, I can't remember the guy who plays Zed, but a very essential cast. Each of them have their own sort of traits, if you know what I mean, because you've got Winston Wolfe, of course, Harvey Keitel's character being the sort of fix-it man, of course. Gives an advice, sort of a gangster guy who wears a tuxedo every single day, drives a sports car, and is basically just helps out the sort of gangsters that need his help very much. Butch, famous boxer, who's basically has the main. I'm trying to think what Butch does really. I know he's a boxer, but what's his main goal? It was the gold watch that Captain Coons by Christopher Walken gives him. He's after it. It's all gone missing, and he wants it back, which I think it's taken by a pawn shop owner, I think. Yeah, he's out because the guy who's basically likes to massacre. He's basically like a corrupt police officer and tries to basically kill anybody that he sees. Mainly, Ving Rhames' character, because he's a crime boss very much. Who Butch basically dives out and sort of flees from him, and basically wants to kill him, one way or another. And obviously we've got Tim Roth and Amanda Plummer's characters, who are basically like a British man who lives in America. He's basically he has an relationship with this woman who was slightly crazy or interested about robbing. Saying, why don't we just rob a coffee shop? Because it's never done before. Like, if you rob a bank, a liquor store, or maybe like a grocery store, very much, it's always simple. It's basically like doing routines. But with a coffee shop, it's completely different, if you know what I mean. So it's like, first try and they just hold it up, basically. Of course, with this film, it features a lot of gore. Like with Tarantino's, it's always raised up to 11. Same with Paul Verhoeven's films. It really gets up with blood splatters pouring down the face. He takes no prisoners he takes no prisoners, if you know what I mean, with the action. Of course, it is spot on, very good, very gory. Makes a lot of people sick sometimes so they don't like blood, but this is how it is. Of course, the soundtrack is very essential, of course. The songs do fit in perfectly, very nicely. I can't remember what songs they are, but they're quite recognisable in their own right. Some like famous scenes with some rockabilly music, of course, doing also Jackrabbits, 1950s celebrity type diner or something nostalgic type of diner, which is interesting. Yeah, I can remember that, and also the trailer that used I forgot what it was now, but just how it. But it's a movie. It's obviously just a movie trailer very nicely, and people remember that. It was also used in Kill Bill as well, as I remember, or sort of an updated remix version of it. But that's how it is. So my thoughts on Pulp Fiction. It is, and for 1994, it is one of the essential films that people remember. People remember Forrest Gump. They might remember The Lion King, of course, and this film. Those are the three top films that people will still remember to this day. And of course, it's on the top. It's on the top list of the nice films, of course. If you think of many other ones, this will be in the top 5 or top 3. It depends what people think. It depends what IMDb puts on. But yeah, and that's my sort of crazy babbling rant or happy rant video to do with Pulp Fiction. And I'll see you for the next video.